organization dedicated to assisting the families and children who lost loved ones on September 11th. If you haven't had a chance to do so, please visit the soccer merchandise store right near the open ticket gate. Tell me when, boys. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Elmhurst College in Langhorst Field. My name is Kevin Jude, getting set to bring you the call of Elmhurst College women's soccer, live on BlueJayTV.com. The undefeated Blue Jays playing host to Rhodes College. The Lynx coming in with a 1-1 record, a pretty strong team. Over the course of recent history, they have won all three previous meetings with the Blue Jays. Elmhurst coming in, though, with a very impressive start to the 2016 season, a 3-0 mark, looking for their fourth win to start the season, something they haven't done since the 2004 season, the last time they started a perfect 4-0. There's the touch, the whistle, we are underway. Rhodes has control to start things off. The Lynx wearing the all-white jerseys with the red stripes, red numbers. The Blue Jays in the dark blue shirts, light blue shorts with the white numbers. Elmhurst moving left to right on your screen. Rhodes going to work right to left in the opening half. We'll run down starting lineups. In goal for Rhodes, junior Anna Maldonado. She's got a shutout on the season, the only victory for the Rhodes. That was a 6-0 victory over Principia last week. Meanwhile, for Elmhurst in between the pipes, it's Emily Gordon, the 5'6" senior out of East Lansing, Michigan. The rest of the lineup for the Lynx: Brenna Katz, Kelsey Sweeney, Emma Selner. To go with Nicolette Glidden, Sydney Schindler, Ellie Valega, Sarah Wachter, Molly Litton, Rachel Giampapa, and Christine Zachary. A little pressure applied by the Blue Jays. Tipped forward by the Lynx. To the feet of Molly Litton. Litton will push to the far side. Here's the starters for the Blue Jays. We mentioned Gordon between the pipes and the net. Sydney O'Keefe. And here's a turnover back the other way. We'll finish the starters momentarily. Centering pass steered away easily by Rhodes, but right back towards Courtney O'Keefe on the far side. Rest of the Blue Jays starters: Sydney O'Keefe, Allie Kitely, Emma Crick, Brittany Reinhardt, Libby Hercules, Courtney O'Keefe we just touched on, Kim Stanzik, Kennedy Ehrman, Shelby Stone, Maddie Roeder for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst brings in a 3-0 record. Winners over Dominican, Olivet, and Penn State Barron, the most recent one. Here's a turnover. Kim Stanzik running down the near sideline. She's got some help from Sydney O'Keefe. Stanzik, one-on-one, tries to center with the cross. It's blocked by Rhodes. Stanzik regains possession, sends one towards the middle, and that one is poked towards the sideline by Rhodes D. And controlled now by Giampapa. Giampapa touches over to Katz. And the Lynx will work from bottom to top here, going to the far side of the field. Molly Litton touched on to Schindler. Schindler turns. First real offensive possession here, 2.5 minutes into the contest for the Lynx. Kelsey Sweeney pushing forward. Opportunity here for Rhodes. Schindler with the long drive, well wide of the post. Goal kick coming up for Gordon. Emily Gordon enters today's game, played in all three contests. Shared a couple of games with Sophia Tuliglowski. Gordon enters with a 0.47 goals against average. Go with 10 saves, just one goal allowed in her three contests so far this season. Centering pass here is Giampapa working towards the sideline. Going towards the end line, trying to regain possession, gets across through, swung on and missed by the Rhodes forward, cutting through. That was Selner, couldn't get a foot on it, and Elmhurst defense comes back the other way. Good chance for Rhodes, but Selner just whiffed on the scoring chance as it went right past her. And Elmhurst will push back across midfield. Here's Sydney O'Keefe. Looking for her sister Courtney O'Keefe. Giving chase, though, is Rhodes. Loose ball comes into the box, and coming out to handle that one is Maldonado. Maldonado will boot that one away downfield. Volleyed out of the air by Glidden, but it will go over the end line. Throw in coming for Elmhurst. Taken away by Rhodes. And now Elmhurst regains possession. Here's Allie Kitely on a beautiful day at Langhorst Field. Sun is out, temperature in the 70s, just a little bit of breeze. A perfect day here for soccer. Serve to the near side. This is Livy Hercules moving up from the defensive spot. It will go out of bounds and a throw in for Hercules and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays throw in taken away by Rhodes. Here's Selner. Giampapa, double team near side right in front of the press box. One back by the Lynx. Valega. Back to Giampapa. And here's Katz. We'll play it back towards midfield. Steered away nicely by the Blue Jays, trying to find Sydney O'Keefe cutting, and headed away nicely by the Rhodes defense. Sydney O'Keefe with the touch. Tries to tap that one into the box. Giving chase is Stanzik. Rhodes there defensively first, but they can't keep it in play. A throw-in from deep on the sideline. Mentioned Kim Stanzik. She's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays, coming in having a fantastic start to the season. 3 goals, 3 assists. She had 2 helpers in the win over Penn State Barron on Friday. Steered away nicely by the Rhodes defense, just shadowing Stanzik off the ball. Over the end line, it'll be a throw-in. Or excuse me, a goal kick, rather, for the Lynx. Maldonado, 5'6" junior, the goalkeeper, boots it downfield. See the clock on your screen as it rolls down to 38 minutes and 10 seconds. Here's Sydney O'Keefe trying to spin her way free around the defender. Off a leg, O'Keefe gives chase again towards the corner. Just back kicks that one towards the center. Rhodes is there first to clear it away. O'Keefe steps in front, now Stanzik. And the flag is up, though, on the near sideline. Elmhurst caught offsides. Good chance that time for Elmhurst, but got behind the defenders that time, caught offside. So it'll be a free kick coming up for Maldonado. Whistle and a foul going to be called on the Blue Jays. A little too much contact from Crick. Katz has her pass taken away by the Blue Jays and Roeder. There's Brittany Reinhardt. Touch back to Allie Kitely. And Kitely will let her team set up in front of her. Kitely, couple touches, fires downfield towards the 30. Volleyed out of the air by Sydney O'Keefe. Headed on by Reinhardt. Here's Courtney O'Keefe. Playing to Stanzik on the far side. Taken away by Rhodes. Here come the Lynx. This is Glidden. To the far sideline she goes. Glidden has it steered out of bounds nicely by Stone. There'll be a throw-in for Rhodes at about the 10-yard marker. 20 yards out from the box, or from the goal, rather. Throw-in for Selner. Selner with the long centering pass over the top, and it will roll all the way out on the near side. It'll throw in coming for Elmhurst. A lot of action between the 20-yard lines so far for both squads. Neither team with a shot on goal yet. Rhodes has the only shot of the contest, and it was shot well wide. The Lynx did have a good chance out in front with a centering pass, but a misconnection for Selner. Here's an opportunity for Rhodes as Schindler dribbles herself into space, leaves for Glidden. Glidden has it poked away by Stone, and it will go off of Stone, and a corner kick opportunity here for Rhodes. First corner of the day, and trotting over will be Rachel Giampapa to take it. Giampapa lets her team set up. There's the line drive kick. That one goes off the side of the net, so it will be a goal kick for the Blue Jays. Emily Gordon will play it short to Allie Kitely. Kitely with some space will slide it up to Hercules. Hercules looking for Sydney O'Keefe, has her pass intercepted by Valega. Taken right back, though, by the Jays. Reinhardt touch back to Ehrman. Now Hercules gets around her defender. Touch pass ahead for Roeder is too far. Off the freshman's foot, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lynx. Elmhurst steps in front of it, takes it away momentarily, right back out of bounds to another Lynx throw-in. Lobbing that one for space. It goes off the head of Emma Crick in Elmhurst. Recovered by Rhodes. Reinhardt stepped in front of the pass, pushed it back to her teammate, and fired downfield by Stone, but it'll roll out over the end line, throw in for the Lynx to the side of the Elmhurst bench. .33 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the opening half. No score. Ball volleyed around off a couple heads, and the Blue Jays defense and Ehrman will play it back to the feet of Emily Gordon. Now Allie Kitely will take her time, look downfield, and try to set something up for Elmhurst. Was looking for Reinhardt cutting. Rhodes was there first. Glidden has her pass deflected. Check that was Schindler. Now Elmhurst playing with some space down the far side. This is Courtney O'Keefe. Long drive into the middle looking for Stanzik. Touched on and just shot wide as a collision in the goal between Stanzik and Maldonado. Maldonado's slow to get up. Stanzik goes over, checks on her. Looks like she's okay. There's a great feed from Courtney O'Keefe. And Stanzik wasn't able, just a quick one touch, but pushed it wide. First good chance of the day for the Blue Jays. Sent downfield by Maldonado. Pinball off a couple players, controlled by Litton. Giampapa goes over the sideline as Valega thought that was off of Blue Jays. She let it roll out of bounds. Now the Blue Jays with a quick throw-in. And they just shield Sydney O'Keefe off the ball. A nice job defensively by Zachary. Boom downfield by Maldonado. Taken away by Elmhurst and Hercules. Plays back to Ehrman. Onto the far sideline. Here's Stanzik. Stanzik centers back towards the middle. Won by the Lynx, loose for momentarily, and then sent back out by Rhodes and Litton. Rolls out in front of the Elmhurst bench, throw in for the Blue Jays. Whistle and a foul called on Rhodes, so a free kick coming for the Blue Jays. Reinhardt walks over along with Shelby Stone. As the Blue Jays gather around the 10-yard line, top of the goal box. Stone runs by. Reinhardt fires the line drive, just missing to the far post and sent wide. Goal kick coming up for Maldonado. Headed down by Reinhardt. O'Keefe pulls it out of midair. Touch pass to Courtney O'Keefe and steered away alertly by the Lynx defense and Zachary. Shot from a deep distance by the Blue Jays, and right there is Maldonado. With another goal kick opportunity. First shot on goal today belongs to the Blue Jays. There's Stanzik pressuring. That ball still in play. Stanzik doing a nice job to save it. Touched on to Sydney O'Keefe. Pursued by the Lynx. Taken away by the Blue Jays. Stanzik keeping it in again. And now Giampapa there for Rhodes. Litton's pass intercepted momentarily by the Blue Jays. Reinhardt with some space to Stanzik, served into the box, and Maldonado will field that on a one-hop. Mentioned the series history between these teams. Fourth ever meeting between Elmhurst and Rhodes. Rhodes 3-0 from 2012, 2013, and 2014. Last time they met was 2014. Rhodes outshot the Blue Jays 19-9 en route to a 4-1 win. Angie Herlo led the team in that contest. She came off on the bench to start today. See if she gets some action later today. She's got 4 points on the season. One of the two leading scorers, Hope Elliott, comes off the bench as well for the Lynx. She's got 3 goals on the season. 2 leading point totalers for Rhodes. An Elmhurst throw-in. Far sideline near midfield. Over the head of Sydney O'Keefe, but there to pursue is Courtney O'Keefe looking for Stanzik. Chipped in, high bounce, and that one just goes over the head of Maldonado as Rhodes catches a break that time. The long drive from Courtney O'Keefe took an awkward bounce and over the top of the net. Substitution, Christine Zachary out for Rhodes. Carly Cohn in defensively. Elmhurst out shooting Rhodes 3-1 early on. Blue Jays have put a couple on goal, but no real work yet for Maldonado. Another low liner. That one skips free, and Maldonado there to smother the rebound. Couple shots so far just like that for the Blue Jays. Low liners. The angle has been there easily for Maldonado. There's the Lynx pushing forward. Steered away quickly, though, by the Blue Jays. Ehrman will touch back to the feet of Emily Gordon. as she waits, directs traffic at the top of the box. Will swing it to the near side to an open Libby Hercules. Hercules taking her time. Light pressure applied by Giampapa. She'll back it up to Kitely. Kitely will swing it towards the center of the field. And played right back to Kitely. Kitely with Hercules making a run down the near sideline. Hercules tapped ahead to O'Keefe. Courtney O'Keefe turns and fires that one into the box. There cutting in is Stanzik, but Maldonado there alertly coming out to smother that one. A nice play by the keeper for the Lynx, the junior from Boca Raton, Florida. This one will roll all the way back top of the box. There's Gordon for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst controlling most of the action has been on the other side of the field right now. Rhodes has had a couple opportunities, but the better chances so far for the Blue Jays. That one rolled up the arm and clipped Maddie Roeder in the handball. Substitutions for both squads now. Getting set on the far side. The next throw-in or goal kick. The restart. Here's Giampapa. Looking for Valega. There working against her and slowing her down is O'Keefe, and it will roll all the way over the line. It'll be a throw-in. Substitutions for both squads now. Pick those changes up momentarily for you. Roeder and Stanzik went off for the Blue Jays. Litton and Glidden went off for Rhodes. That one over the end line. There's Hope Elliott, one of those two subs who just checked in. Boom downfield by the Blue Jays. Taken away by Rhodes momentarily. Rachel Coyle is the other substitution who came in for the Lynx. Hercules serves that one downfield. Swung back by Rhodes. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. It was Megan Mrazek and Genevieve Kopecki into the contest for Elmhurst. Long ball sent downfield. Kitely will play it back. Gordon comes out and dives on that loose ball. Takes away a scoring run for the Lynx. Gordon with the ground ball to the feet of O'Keefe. Check that was Emma Crick. Touchback from Schindler to Giampapa. Steered away by the Blue Jays and Hercules. Throw-in coming up for the Lynx. 22-11 left to go. That one is off another Elmhurst leg, another Lynx throw-in. Selner has it taken away by Kopecki. Touched to Mrazek. Courtney O'Keefe touched it forward, but no one there except for Rhodes' defense. Kitely almost has it taken away. Gets some help from Hercules. Mrazek taking a look. Looking for Reinhardt in the middle. Rhodes gets back defensively. 3 players there for the Lynx, and they take it away. Emma Selner has her pass taken away by Reinhardt. Here's Mrazek with some space. Touched on to Hercules, who makes the run up the near sideline. Hercules cannot get there and slow it down. It'll roll over the sideline. And a goal kick coming up. Throw in on the restart for Rhodes. Push it up about 10 yards. They'll throw it in again. Bounced in, whistle on a foul. A little too much contact by the Blue Jays and Ehrman. So a free kick coming about the 45-yard line. Clock rolls. 20 minutes, 20 seconds left. Getting around, making a run up the far sideline. This is Malenga centering pass in, headed down and swept away momentarily. Still towards the center of the box, headed on again and steered away again by the Blue Jays defense, and now they will clear it out of the box. Good opportunity for Rhodes that time, but they couldn't put a shot on net. Losing her footing is Selner, steered away quickly by the Blue Jays and taken right back by Selner. Valega to Giampapa up the near sideline, puts on the brakes. Centering pass, there to meet it is Reinhardt. Will steer it back towards midfield, but Rhodes is there again as the Lynx are applying the pressure. Whistle and a foul on the Blue Jays. Rhodes with a couple looks, had some ball pinballing around in the box, but could not get a shot on goal. Emma Selner with the free kick. Headed right back at her by Kitely. Selner traps it down, now advancing forward. Selner thought about the shot, pushes to Giampapa, looking for the centering pass. Tries to change direction and slowed down by Hercules. Selner steered away. Here's Katz, met by Reinhardt and poked free. Blue Jays can't get it all the way out, though. Rhodes takes it right back again. Served into the middle. This is Schindler, working around two Blue Jay defenders and can't get it past Kitely, who just pokes it past the 35 as the pressure is there now coming from Rhodes. O'Keefe goes down right in front of the official. No call. Play on, he says. There to put a foot on it is Ehrman and steer it back towards midfield. Elmhurst with a possession now. Giving chase is Mrazek. Met by Valega. Valega steers it back towards midfield, and the Lynx pushing forward again with Selner. Far sideline, Rachel Coyle has it taken away. Here's Sydney O'Keefe right in front of the Elmhurst bench. Looking for her sister Courtney, too far in front. Goes off of Courtney O'Keefe's leg, and now Rhodes turns and fires it back downfield. Coyle putting some pressure on Stone. But Stone sends it to Ehrman. Ehrman's pass towards the middle. Megan Mrazek there for the Blue Jays. Chipped ahead down the sideline. Here's Sydney O'Keefe. O'Keefe with a step, trying to get the cross off. It's deflected, and it will be a throw-in for Elmhurst. 17 minutes, 15 seconds gone by. Substitutions for both squads. It's Mari Gragnani. Looks like she's about to check in for Elmhurst. Gragnani for Courtney O'Keefe. Coyle comes right back out for the Lynx. And Elmhurst with their first corner kick off the hand of Maldonado, sent to the far side. Good look for the Blue Jays. Remains a throw-in for Elmhurst. Gragnani could not keep it in play. It'll go over the sideline and a throw-in coming. It's like Caitlin Curtis was the other substitution for the Lynx. And a throw in for Elmhurst, substitution first. Shelby Stone looks like she's about to walk off. She will trot out. As the Blue Jays will shuffle some positions around. Hercules will drop back now. And McKinley Grieve coming in for the Blue Jays. Grieve handles the throw in. And the referee says, let's do it again. Wasn't sent. Now there's the whistle. And Grieve will play it back to the feet of Allie Kitely. Handles it off the one bounce. There is Kopecky, and she is pulled down by Kelsey Sweeney, and a good opportunity coming here for the Blue Jays with a free kick from the 20-yard line on the mark, so 30 yards out of the goal. Reinhardt will take it for the Blue Jays as Elmhurst gets set at the top of the box. The official will back that wall up to the 10 yards from that spot. He's going to back him up to the 10-yard line. Four-person wall set for Rhodes. There's the whistle. Reinhardt drops the hand, line drive off the wall, and pulled down by Lynx. Steered straight out of bounds by Sellner. It'll be another Elmhurst throw-in as the clock winding down, 14 minutes, 20 seconds. Off the foot of Sydney O'Keefe, Kitely had a touch back into open space. Here comes the other way, comes Rhodes. Some contact, play on, says the official, as Elliott was stood up near midfield. Rhodes fans not happy with that no call. But I think Elmhurst fans feel that we're even now. Whistle and a little too much contact, and now that will go against Coyle on the far side. Free kick for the Blue Jays from their 35-yard line. Stone will run past. Ehrman with the big boot on that one. Headed back out by Rhodes. Flicked on momentarily by Schindler. Touched back again by the Blue Jays and Crick. But here comes Rhodes looking to counter. Four-player attack. Make that 5 with numbers down the far sideline. But Elmhurst defense there momentarily to slow it down. Curtis, far sideline it comes now. And there to take it away is Elmhurst. Sydney O'Keefe will work it to some open space, play it back to the feet of Allie Kitely, as Kitely will bring it up the near side. Touch pass, here's Grieve. Off the leg of Giampapa, throw in for the Blue Jays with 12:45 left. McKinley Grieve with the toss. Some contact, steered away off of an Elmhurst player, and a throw in for Rhodes. They had subs, didn't get him in though, referee didn't see it, as Rhodes went for the quick restart. Swung downfield by Crick. Rhodes there first offensively. Pushed out of bounds by the Blue Jays. Now we'll have substitutions. Angie Herlo checking in, getting her first action with 12 minutes to go. Taylor Ryan in as well. And a throw-in coming for the Blue Jays. Reinhardt chasing after it and not able to keep it in is Gragnani. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Rhodes and Maldonado. So Rhodes now has its two leading scorers out on the field after they both started on the bench, and Hope Elliott and Angie Herlo. Elliott 3 goals, 6 points. Herlo 1 goal, 2 assists. She had 2 the last time Elmhurst played in the 2014 season. Kennedy Ehrman there for the Blue Jays will play it back, and now they will touch it all the way back to the feet of Gordon. Some pressure put on by Curtis. Gordon steers ahead to Crick. Grieve met in the middle, taken away by Elliott. Playing to the far sideline. Not able to keep it in, though, is Rhodes, and it'll be a throw-in for the Blue Jays right in front of the Rhodes bench. Off the Rhodes defender leg. It'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst now, about 30 yards further up, right in front of their own bench. Elmhurst will bounce it into the feet of Grieve, and a whistle flag goes up, foul called on Rhodes. Ehrman will play it short on the run. Here's Stone up the far sideline. Stone looking for the touch towards the middle. O'Keefe is there. Gragnani there, turns, puts it on the ground, and scooped up easily by Maldonado. As Rhodes looking to counter. Up the near side, this is Herlo. Touch back to Villega. Now Curtis with a little bit of space to operate. Chips that one there. No one there except the Elmhurst defense. Off the head of Ehrman, trapped down by Stone and boomed forward. Gragnani will give chase, but this one will roll all the way back into the box where it's scooped up on the bounce by Maldonado. Trying to push the action. Here comes Herlo up the near side. She's got some room around Grieve, now slowed down momentarily. The cross is there and steered away by Kennedy Ehrman. Gordon was coming out, but there was pressure coming from Rhodes, and Kennedy Ehrman just stepped in front and swept that one out of play on the near sideline. It's a good run from Herlo, set all that up. This is Herlo again, working on Grieve. Gets around. Here's Curtis. Curtis with the line drive shot. It goes off the top and over. Good look for Rhodes right in front, and Curtis just missed. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Reinhardt out. Stone heads out as well. Lisa Valjusti, one of those two subs coming in for the Blue Jays. Bree Girardi, the other. Here comes Rhodes with an opportunity. Touchback, just lost it off the foot of Coyle. Loose in front, poked free by Ehrman out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lynx as the clock continues to roll down to 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Tossed in, headed right back out by the Blue Jays and Kopecky. Line drive sent forward, looking to get Herlo shielded off by the Blue Jays, but Herlo collects it, centers it back towards the middle. Cone was there, but met by several Blue Jay defenders. The collision will play on. Here's a shot opportunity and a save for Emily Gordon as Selner got around the defense, but didn't have much on the shot, right into the arms of Emily Gordon. Valjusti has it steered away. It'll be a throw in for the Blue Jays with 6 minutes to go. There's Valjusti. Gragnani spinning, trying to get her way free around Valega. Can't do it. Rhodes back the other way. Herlo gets around Valjusti, but Kitely there to slow it down and will just shoot it out of bounds. Substitution now for Rhodes. Jenny Neal in. Headed on, looking for Curtis. Kitely there first for the Blue Jays. And swept on downfield by Crick. Valega there for Rhodes. Steered out of play by Gragnani. And a throw in for Rhodes. Herlo's pass taken away. Kennedy Ehrman there for the Blue Jays. Will set things up. Looks for Gragnani. But redirected by Valega. There is Valjusti working on Herlo. Herlo wins the battle. Katz from midfield. Angles to the far side. There is Sydney O'Keefe to steer it away for the Blue Jays. Ehrman will touch it back to the feet of Gordon. As Gordon fires it downfield. Overran that time by Jenny Neal, and it gets all the way to Gragnani, but it's taken away again by Rhodes and Valega. Neal has it stripped by Crick. Elmhurst pushing forward with just under 4 minutes to go. Whistle and a foul is into the back as the Elmhurst player deposited on the ground. That was Genevieve Kopecky who got knocked down. So a free kick opportunity for the Blue Jays, 40 yards out. Kitely will have the honors for Elmhurst as the rest of the team waits at the top of the box. Kitely with the line drive right into the box and into the arms of Maldonado. Sixth shot of the game for the Blue Jays. They have a 6-3 shots advantage. Tripping and falling and backpedaling was Curtis. Made the header easy for Ehrman, but now some pressure put on by Herlo. Valjusti will keep it in play, slide it back to Kitely. Missed by a couple Rhodes defenders now. With an opportunity, sent on downfield. Trying to get a head on it was O'Keefe. It's over her head, though, and redirected the other way by Rhodes with 2:35 to go. Bree Girardi. Some contact there. Play on, says the official. The advantage was with Rhodes. He kept it there. And now we'll get a whistle and a foul on Elmhurst. Time winding down, 2:05 left in the opening half. Caitlin Curtis will take the free kick for Rhodes. She will fire that one in. Out to handle it well wide of the net is Gordon. Gordon will just roll it out on the far side as we're under 1:40 to go. Here's O'Keefe. Gets it across midfield, looking to spring Kopecky. Couldn't do it. Counterattack now by Rhodes. Trying to weave her way in is Curtis. Line drive shot is pushed well wide. Late substitution in the half for the Blue Jays. as Grognani heads out. And Kristen D'Arville in.
1 minute to play in the half.
Under a minute to go, down to 50 seconds. Rhodes pressuring again, though, Villega. Here's D'Arville, swings it forward. Villega there with 30 seconds. And just a line back down the field by the Blue Jays. Coming all the way out and playing it with her feet at the top of the box is Maldonado as we're under 30 to go. Maldonado with the line drive downfield, headed on by Rhodes. Valjusti will trap it down and push it forward. With some space for the Blue Jays. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So your score at the half, Elmhurst 0, Rhodes 0 after a scoreless first 45 minutes of action. We will step away, pause 15 minutes, the halftime intermission. We will come back, bring you the second half of action. You're watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in
this philanthropy, I think we should do this. I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
Community.
Social responsibility.
stewardship.
Faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program, and I lived on campus for 2 years. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends, and there's just so much here to offer. I just love it.
I really like doing the dance team because I've been dancing since I was 3, so coming here and joining the dance team was an obvious choice of something that I'd wanted to do. The whole experience for me is a confidence builder, and being able to connect with students in the crowd, not even to know them, but just to get them to smile while you're at a game. I think that's such a great feeling. To know that, someone might have been having a bad day and they come and watch you dance, and maybe it's one of their favorite songs in the world that makes them smile no matter what. I mean, and to be able to be a part of that and to connect to somebody in that manner, I think that's a really cool experience to share in.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Coming into college, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was undecided, and then going through taking classes, I figured out what I wanted to do. I want to work with other people, with kids, and help them develop.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt so off track. It didn't feel natural. I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. You can just join the team and just have fun. It's nice having that other family aside from being at home. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never go up before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
Getting set to bring you the call, the second half of action. Elmhurst has made a change in the net. Sophia Tuloglowski, a freshman from Plainfield Central, in there for the Blue Jays. She's shared duties so far at times this year with Gordon in the net. So Elmhurst ball to start things out in the second half in a scoreless game so far. There's Reinhardt, touched on to O'Keefe. Taken away back the other direction by Rhodes. Looking to the far side for O'Keefe. Taking it away is Zachary. Headed by Stanzik over the top of Sweeney. Deflected off of Stanzik, and it'll be a throw-in for Rhodes. Tuloglowski's played in 2 games for the Blue Jays, has a goals against average of 2.31. Played the tail end of the second half against Penn State Barron in the Blue Jays 2-1 win on Friday, just 2 nights ago, or 2 days ago rather. Ball headed into air, battled for between Reinhardt and Schindler. Schindler gets there first, now taken away by Elmhurst and Crick, as Crick will play back to Kitely. Kitely will have to give chase to the top of your screen, far sideline. Kitely will serve that one forward, headed down by Rhodes. Here's Selner. Crick to intercept for the Blue Jays. Courtney O'Keefe steers it forward, headed right back by Zachary. Kitely with the long volley, but that one will go all the way out of play down the far sideline. Throw in coming for the Lynx, headed right back out of bounds, and they'll do it again. Kim Stanzik with the ball chipped in, looking for O'Keefe, and there to cut off the cross is Maldonado alertly. Good chance that time for the Blue Jays as Sydney O'Keefe was cutting through. Ehrman steers it forward. Headed down and sent forward by Rhodes. Stone will play it all the way back to the feet of Emily Gordon. Or make that to Tuloglowski. She'll touch it short to Ehrman. And they'll back it up, and we'll do it again. Tuloglowski on the ground up towards the 40, towards Reinhardt. Turns and fires across midfield. Right to the feet of Zachary, though. Battling for it is Hercules, and she will play it off the leg of the Rhodes player. A throw in for the Blue Jays right in front of their own bench. Nice crowd on hand today for the Blue Jays' 4th game of the season. 4th straight home game for Elmhurst as well. They opened up with 4, and then they'll take to the road next week. Games at Aurora and Benedictine before coming home in 10 days to play Lake Forest on the 21st. Ball battled for right near the 50-yard line marker of the far side of the field. It's won by Elmhurst. Here's Stanzik with the run down the far sideline. If she can stay in, she cannot. And a throw in for Rhodes. Touchback. Here's Reinhardt. Tries to play it through to O'Keefe, and smothering that ball is Maldonado. Maldonado off the one bounce. Reinhardt there to battle with it for Elmhurst. Long ball steered ahead. That will bounce all the way back in, and there is Gordon at the top. Or excuse me, Tuloglowski rather. To take it on the hop, and we'll get the Elmhurst started the other direction. 39 minutes left on the clock. A scoreless contest so far. There's Katz for Rhodes. Taken back again by the Blue Jays. Swung forward, but there to cover it up is Zachary on the far side. Zachary tries to get things going. Reinhardt steps in front, takes it away for the Blue Jays. Touch pass, Roeder with a little bit of space. Has Reinhardt to her left, and she'll move towards the right, push it forward. Stepping in front of the Blue Jays, trying to find Sydney O'Keefe, cutting through, and now a long drive off the top. Thought that may have got the goalpost. It actually got the football. It did get the football goalpost, not the crossbar. It got the football goalpost. A good look from point-blank range and just rocketed high by the Blue Jays. .37:30 left to go. Whistle and a foul on Rhodes. And a free kick for the Blue Jays. Ehrman will move laterally over to Kitely. Kitely with the line drive. That one's headed back out by Rhodes. Pulling that one down is Giampapa. Rhodes trying to push it forward now. Similar to the first half, much of the action so far in the opening 9 minutes or so has been on the Rhodes defensive side as Elmhurst has been pressuring. Rhodes reversed that later in the first half, put some pressure, sustained pressure on Elmhurst. Here's a giveaway. Stanzik is there looking for O'Keefe, but is broken up nicely by Rhodes. Maldonado just gave that one little line drive kick right to the feet of Stanzik, but Stanzik's pass was broken up nicely by the Rhodes defense. Well, volleyed out of midair by the Blue Jays. Out of play, off of Zachary. It'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst. A whistle. A throw-in again for the Blue Jays. Correct, they called that a foul actually on the far side, so it'll be a free kick for the Blue Jays and Allie Kitely. Kitely, that one's going to bounce in off ahead of O'Keefe and shot wide. .35 minutes, 9 seconds. Again, the Blue Jays take it away. Here's Hercules trying to get free to the top. It'll roll off the leg of a Rhodes player and a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Brittany Reinhardt with time to take a look. O'Keefe touched it on, trying to connect with her sister, Sydney O'Keefe, in the middle, but just went wide. .34 minutes left to go in this contest right now. Another giveaway here for Rhodes. Elmhurst, here's O'Keefe, sends it forward just over the top of the head of Kim Stanzik. And steered out of play. It'll be another throw-in for Elmhurst. Rhodes dodging a couple bullets here as Maldonado gave that one away on the goal kick. Courtney O'Keefe got there and just overshot the top of the head of Kim Stanzik, who was cutting in for the cross. That one's played off the corner. It'll be a goal kick for Rhodes. Reinhardt to O'Keefe and steered back. O'Keefe tries to pop it forward, headed right back by Sweeney. And this one will bounce all the way across midfield. Schindler is there for Rhodes, but Kitely sweeps it forward. And there's a two-hand shove in the back right in front of the official. You won't get away with that one. That was clear as day. Allie Hoyt just point-blank shoved Courtney O'Keefe right in front of the official at midfield. So free kick just on the other side of midfield for Elmhurst. Ehrman drops the hand. Fires that one downfield. Headed on by Reinhardt. Flicked on by Courtney O'Keefe. Stanzik will give chase. Who'd it go off of? It's booted out of play now by Rhodes. So it'll be an Elmhurst throw, and it'll just back up a little bit from where they would have been had Rhodes not swept it forward. Long toss by Crick. flicked into the box off the head of Courtney O'Keefe. And now Rhodes looking to get something going on a counter. Here's Glidden. Will play it back towards the middle, pushed forward, and there again to step in front is the Elmhurst defense. That was Hercules. Courtney O'Keefe has Reinhardt to her left. Touches for her in the middle. Taken away. Here's Shelby Stone. Stone up the near sideline, spins, and it went off of Stone. She thought she had enough touch to play it off of Rhodes, but no, says the official. Throw in for the Lynx. That one volleyed up into the air. Sydney O'Keefe battling for her, wins the screen. And an Elmhurst throw-in. Courtney O'Keefe trying to turn the corner around Sweeney. Looks for the centering pass. And she played it off of Sweeney. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for the Blue Jays. Just the second corner for either team so far. Each team with one in the opening half. This will be Elmhurst's second. And it comes almost 15 minutes into this second half. Stanzik will have the honors. Sends that one across. There's getting a head on it and putting it over the top was Stone. Or excuse me, that was Ehrman who came charging in from the defensive spot. Maldonado came out, then had to backpedal, and it was just sent high by Kennedy Ehrman. "30 minutes, 5 seconds. Maldonado has it taken away by Stanzik. Now Stanzik is stripped by Glidden coming back defensively. There's Giampapa near midfield. Most of the action on the left side of your screen, on the left side of the 50 so far, as Elmhurst has been attacking most of this half. Not a lot of action the other way so far, but we know that the Lynx have several of their better scoring players, or their leading scorers, who came off the bench in the first half, and some warming up on the far side again as well. And that's when Rhodes started to press in the first half. Well, they went to the fresh legs and made some substitutions. Meantime, let's see if Elmhurst can capitalize here. Here's Roeder. Plays back Kitely. We'll slide it down to Ehrman. Overshooting Reinhardt a bit. Reinhardt there to win the battle, though, take it away. Played all the way back across midfield to Kitely. Kitely works it across center, takes a look, and fires down the far sideline. That one's going to roll all the way into the box, though, and there to scoop it up is Maldonado. So we've played over an hour of scoreless soccer so far, 28-26 left to go on the clock. Still looking for the first goal of the contest. Elmhurst takes away the misplay. O'Keefe sends for Stanzik on the far side. Just rolls out of play, though. Throw-in coming for Rhodes, and a substitution for the Lynx as well. Carly Cohn back in for Rhodes. Looks like Zachary heads out. Let's see if the fresh legs, not coming on the defensive side, see if the fresh legs that helped Rhodes make a run in the first half can help here in the second. Giampapa. First good offensive possession here of the half for Rhodes. Touchback, here's Katz. Looking towards the middle, swept away by Elmhurst. There's Sydney O'Keefe. Played back towards space, but no one there except Glidden and from Rhodes. Here's Katz. Stone intercepts that pass, headed back down. Reinhardt's pass deflected slightly. Crick will shield off her player, let it roll to Tuloglowski, who will play it towards the top of your screen, and Libby Hercules. Stanzik cutting towards the middle, looking for O'Keefe. Steered away by the Lynx. Villega trying to start a run up the far side. Too far, looking for Giampapa. Cleared away by Kitely. Oh, and lob back across midfield again. Kitely one more time. We'll sweep that one. That's going to go up off the fence. And went over the street. Or over the fence out of play. And a throw-in coming up for Rhodes in front of their own bench as the clock rolls to 26 minutes to go in regulation. Still scoreless. Litton trying to start a run on the far side. Her pass for Giampapa too far out in front. Another Elmhurst throw-in. Ball booted downfield by Reinhardt. It'll roll into the box. Coming out is Maldonado. Plays it to her feet. Now scoops it up. Substitution now for Elmhurst. Some fresh legs. Stone flips it in. Here's Mrazek, who just checked in. Roeder to Reinhardt. It's McKinley Grieve, who just checked in. Some pressure applied here by Rhodes. Stone able to turn and fire that one downfield. A little give and go. Curtis putting some pressure on. Kitely will play it back to the feet of Tuloglowski. That one just kind of popped into the air, though. Missed by Glidden. Here's Litton. That's Giampapa. Curtis looking for some help in the middle. Can't find it. Nicely collapsing defensively are the Blue Jays as Kitely just sends it out of play. Throw-in, substitutions for the Lynx as well. That one played into open space. There to pull that one down is Katz. Looking for Curtis, can't find her, can't keep it in. Elmhurst trying to push it up is Stanzik. Off a leg and now steered forward again. Headed into the air by the Blue Jays and Roeder. Little contact play on, says the official. Stone will put it back to the feet of Kitely. Roeder. Pushing ahead now is Rhodes, far sideline, trying to get around Kitely. Centering pass swept away briefly by Reinhardt. That ball pinballs around a little bit off of Curtis and now steered clear by the Blue Jays towards the sideline. Stanzik does a nice job, just serves that one back towards the center of the field to keep it in play. Kopecky giving chase for the Blue Jays. Litton gets there first. Kopecky gets the next touch, though. Ehrman with some pressure coming from Rhodes. Here's Shelby Stone. Low liner for Sidney O'Keefe. Plays it right off the body of Allie Hoyt, and a throw-in for the Blue Jays. 21 minutes, 5 seconds left. Roeder. Had it, lost it. The other way goes Cone. Kitely with the long drive. That skies into the box and well wide. As more substitutions now, Hoyt comes out. That's Sarah Wachter coming back for Rhodes. Pushed forward. Ehrman. Stone will get there first. Here's Shelby Stone cutting up the near sideline. Stone starts to cut in. Was her pass deflected? Yes, it was, says the officials. Tried to get the cross, and it went off a foot over the end line, so a corner kick opportunity for the Blue Jays. Stanzik. She had perfect service in the last game against Penn State. 2 assists off of corners. Looking far side, headed down, off a save, off the crossbar, and put into the nets. Kennedy Ehrman gets the goal for the Blue Jays. Collecting the rebound off the set piece. It was headed originally. See if we can see who got the head on it. I think that was Emma Crick originally who got the head. So Elmhurst on the board, striking first with just under 20 minutes to go. At the first goal of the season for Ehrman. One lob downfield, the throw in coming for the Blue Jays. Kitely will sweep it away for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst putting some pressure on. Rhodes is there. Rhodes trying to push forward. Ehrman steers it away for the Blue Jays. Here's Gragnani. Gragnani works it around her defender. Off the Rhodes' legs, it should be a throw-in for Elmhurst. That's a live ball, says the official. It never rolled over the line. Everyone had just stopped. It stayed in. And now a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Rhodes trying to get some pressure down the far sideline. Making the run on that one is Herlo. And this will go as a corner for the Lynx. Nope, check that. Says, excuse me, this will go as a goal kick, rather. Could not keep it over the line. Last touch by Rhodes. So officially, that goal for Elmhurst goes to Kennedy Ehrman. Credit the assist. It was not Emma Crick. It was Brittany Reinhardt who had the header on it originally off of the corner. A rebound advantage, and the Blue Jays are in front 1-0 with 16.5 minutes to go. Dragnani getting back defensively on that one for the Blue Jays. Almost had a steal for Elmhurst. Battle between Roeder and Herlo on the far side. Rolls out, throw in for Rhodes in front of their own bench. Excuse me, call the foul against Elmhurst and a free kick. Curtis will play it down towards the near sideline. Gragnani closing in defensively, gets there first. Nice job by the Elmhurst junior. Played back. Here's Shelby Stone. Stone looks for some space. A little touch ahead to Mrazek. Looking for Gragnani, but led her too far in. That one over the head of Ehrman, but it will roll all the way back to Tuloglowski. Megan Mrazek to Allie Kitely. Touched ahead to Reinhardt. Reinhardt will backpedal with it. Gave it away to Curtis. Here's a long pass in front trying to get Curtis. Tuloglowski comes out to smother that one. As we are 2/3 of the way complete in the second half. 14:40 left in regulation. Elmhurst is on the board, 1-0. "14 minutes, 20 seconds. Elmhurst pushing forward one more time, trying to pad their lead out to 2. Valjusti had it, lost it, took it back. Kopecky gets around her defender. Kopecky with a little run to the outside, puts on the brakes, centers it back towards the middle, looking for Gragnani, and it's headed down by Rhodes. Back the other way come the Lynx. Here comes Herlo. She can move, making a run to the outside. Herlo gets around Kopecky, centering pass, and diving to smother that one is Tuloglowski. Player cutting in, I believe, was Glidden. And alertly, Tuloglowski out to smother that one as Herlo had the run from the outside with a step on the Elmhurst defense. Check that, she was looking for Hope Elliott coming down the far side. Gragnani right in front, battling with Wachter. Wachter wins it, and Rhodes will reset, sliding that one all the way around. Valega. Curtis with the long line drive right there to Leglowski. Second shot on goal she's handled. Rhodes 5 shots on the day, just 3 on goal. Elmhurst with 11 shots overall. They've put 7 on net, 6 saves. And here comes a whole host of substitutions for Rhodes. 4 fresh players coming in for the Lynx. A lot of your starters coming back now. Giampapa back. Hoyt started this half on the defensive side. She's back as well. Allie Kitely headed around. Pull down Mrazek. Will play it back to her defense. Kennedy Ehrman is there. Ehrman and Kitely, the staples in the Blue Jays' back defense. O'Keefe coming back to help out on the defensive side. Stone will play it to her. And off a leg of Wachter, or check that, Valega, and a throw-in for the Blue Jays with 11 minutes, 5 seconds. Substitution for Elmhurst as Grieve heads out. Kim Stanzik back. Well, that one sent right into the stands out of play. Elmhurst will do it again. Shelby Stone. That one came up and caught Giampapa. She's a little shaken up, and that'll stop the clock as the officials come over to check. That one came back hard and caught Rachel Giampapa flush. If it got her up around the face or not, couldn't tell. Her back was to us, but looks like she's okay. That's good news for her and for Rhodes. So we'll restart it here as the clock rolls again. Flicked on by Courtney O'Keefe. Here's Grugnani. Stanzik plays that one off of a defender, looking for Kopecky, and it rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst and Stanzik. Nope, Stanzik's going to trot back in. We'll let Stone take the throw-in for the Blue Jays. Stone. Well, she was trying to play towards the far side or trying to put that one on net, but when too far out towards the far side, it'll roll all the way out of play, and a throw-in situation coming up for Rhodes. Elise Grissoni getting her first look today for Rhodes coming in as Curtis heads out. Taken away by the Blue Jays. Kopecky centering pass. Swept back out of play, and the Blue Jays will get a throw-in with 9:15 left. Substitution now for Elmhurst. It's like Crick coming back for the Blue Jays. Valjusti out. Ball springs free. Kitely gives chase and will play it towards the near side. Elmhurst getting back defensively. There to win the battle for the ball is Giampapa. Giampapa slides it between a pair of Elmhurst defenders for Selner. Taken away, though, by the Blue Jays. Played out in front looking for Stanzik and alertly just cleared towards the sideline. Nice job to save it from going out by Valega. But Mrazek is there for Elmhurst. Ehrman puts the boot on it, back towards the top of your screen, far sideline, where it's collected by Rhodes as the clock winding down nearing the 8-minute mark. Battle to the far side. Rhodes holds possession. Centering pass is broken up nicely again by the Blue Jays defense. That time it was Mrazek. Rhodes with another opportunity. This one is touched back out to Valega. Headed into the box. Kitely gets a head on it. And the long drive sent well over the top. That was Sydney Schindler. Mrazek out, Reinhardt back for the Blue Jays. Reinhardt had the assist on Elmhurst's goal. She had the header off of Kim Stanczyk's corner. And you talk about the near perfect service of Kim Stanczyk so far. Her other corner kick opportunity almost had a chance for the Blue Jays. Kitely will just push that one out of bounds. Ball volleyed around to the far side with a shot in, pushing it just wide is Kelsey Sweeney, I believe, coming up from the defensive side. Check that. That was Brenna Katz, the midfielder. So Rhodes getting a couple looks here, trying to get the equalizer here as we hit 6 minutes left to go. Tuloglowski boots the free kick away. One back by Rhodes. Near sideline. Here's Giampapa. Can't catch up to it. It'll be an Elmhurst throw-in. Substitution again. Elmhurst trying to get the last subs in. Keep that clock running. If it drops under the 5-minute mark, and it's just the Blue Jays subbing, that clock will have to stop. Some more fresh legs for Elmhurst. Volleyed out of the air by Courtney O'Keefe all the way back. Here's Stanczyk putting some pressure on, and they just have to, Cohn will just slide that back to Maldonado, who bangs it across midfield. Katz for Giampapa. Too far. One by Elmhurst. Here's Stanczyk down the middle. Cohn coming back defensively to help out. Valega there as well as we hit the 5-minute mark. Too far in front, it'll be an Elmhurst throw-in again. Blue Jays trying to do something that they haven't done since 2004, which is win their first 4 contests. They've got the first 3. They have a lead now in this one. And also trying to do something they haven't done in program history, which is defeat Rhodes. Rhodes came in 3-0 lifetime against the Blue Jays, winners of their meetings in 2012, 13, and 14. Headed back by Ehrman. Reinhardt will steer it off the leg of Allie Hoyt, and an Elmhurst throw-in as we hit 4:15. Time running thin on Rhodes. Elmhurst out shooting him 11-7 in this contest. A very good game so far played by the Blue Jays, and Rhodes as well. Elmhurst just capitalizing on their set piece. Stone lofts that one in for Stanczyk. Cohn gets there first, and Rhodes will take a look and send that one downfield. Gets past Herlo. Or excuse me, that's Elliott rather. Now, Rhodes trying to counter. Stepping in front and knocking that one down is Hercules. This is Katz. Aiming for the far side. Looking for Schindler. Hercules there to slow her down again. And taking it away. Right in front of the Elmhurst bench. And it's won by the Blue Jays. And they're going to get a foul here, I believe, against Rhodes as well. So Elmhurst can waste some more time off that clock as we hit the 3-minute mark. Kitely trying to play that one on the ground and gave it away. Sellner. Touch to Schindler, back to Sellner. Sellner with the drive in front. That one ricocheted around. Did it hit an arm? No, says the official. Play on. Into the box it goes, and sweeping that one across is a diving Emma Crick with a great defensive play as Grissoni had snuck in and had a chance. We are under 2.5 to go in this contest. The pressure being ratcheted up by the Lynx right now. Centering pass, looking for Grissoni out in front, and smothering that one is Tuloglowski. The clock rolling down to about 2 minutes by the time Tuloglowski will boot it away. Didn't quite get across midfield. Stanzik there to head it away. It will roll towards the Elmhurst bench with 1:50. And you can see Rhodes' defenders definitely pushing up now, trying to play more of an offensive role here too as the time is running thin on the Lynx. The momentum is in their favor right now as Sellner controls. Here's Sellner. Gets around her defender. Sellner puts it on the ground. Kitely steps in front and just bangs that one away. Reinhardt will play it right down the middle of the field. 1:15 left to go. Here's Hoyt. Headed back down by Reinhardt. Headed right back in, and there are the Blue Jays. One last push maybe for Rhodes with 52 seconds to go. Looking for Grissoni. Kitely working with her. Grissoni changes direction. Kitely blocks it. Grissoni tries again. Kitely there to block it away again, and it's swept clear by the Blue Jays. Stanzik just trying to get that ball downfield. Play on, says the official. Line back downfield. Reinhardt takes it out of the air with 22 seconds. Down to 15. Throw in for Rhodes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The final score, Elmhurst victorious over Rhodes. The Blue Jays win it 1-0 on the Kennedy Ehrman goal from Brittany Reinhardt on the set piece, the rebound off the corner kick. The Blue Jays up their record to 4-0, a perfect record on the season. Rhodes falls to 1-2. Elmhurst next game on the road at Aurora this coming week. They will be next home on the 21st of September against Lake Forest at 7 p.m. Make sure you're back with us on Friday. Elmhurst College men's soccer in action as the Blue Jays host the University of Chicago right here at Langhorst Field at 7 p.m. Luke Tanaka with a play-by-play call for you. So for Frankie and our cameraman, director, and our entire crew here at Langhorst Field, this is Kevin Jude saying so long. Your final score once again, Elmhurst 1, Rhodes 0. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome as Elmhurst victorious. Thanks for watching BlueJayTV.com.